Hi there, Patreons. Just wanted to give you an update. We've been so busy actually doing our work. We haven't really spent much time updating you guys, and that we do apologize for. We have decided, Teal and I, that we will be sending an update every 2 weeks just to inform you of what we've been up to. You might be interested, you might not, but anyway, we just thought we'd do a very short, quick update on what we've done the past couple of weeks. Here in Hong Kong, on the operational side, we've mainly been focusing on the dolphins and the porpoises. So the Chinese white dolphins, we've been having quite high mortality rates. We've had 4, maybe 5 of these baby dolphins wash up dead. We also lost a mother 2 days ago. She was a highly productive female, which doesn't bode well for the population. Obviously losing any female is not good. We've also been working with the porpoises, and alongside Dr. Lindsay Porter and Naomi Brannan, who have been doing a lot of acoustic work. We have been using the drone quite a bit. We've been very lucky to capture the first drone footage of an Indo-Pacific Finless porpoise, which we've just released. This is a first, and this also gives the scientists a real insight into the behavior of these animals that are really cryptic and hard to study. Most of their time is spent just below the surface, so they don't even see them from the boat. But from the drone we can see them, we can see their interaction, how they play with each other and everything else. So that was one first that we had. And then just recently we had another first. 2 days ago we filmed a young calf Chinese white dolphin, which we aptly named Ripple, and it's actually been entered into the dolphin catalogues as Ripple. And we managed to capture with the drone Ripple suckling on her mother, and Lindsay Porter told us last night that that is actually some of the first footage ever of a Chinese white dolphin actually feeding in the wild, especially at least here in Hong Kong. So that's kind of exciting, but those are the sort of things we're up to. Also, we've been working a lot on the masks. The mask issue has still carried on since our first report went out in February. We've had millions and millions, in fact actually billions apparently, of views and hits. We've had over 1,700 stories independently written, been on most news channels. Just yesterday I had another couple of interviews. We've been in the LA Times recently, The Guardian. But yeah, pretty much every country in the world has run stories on our mask issue, about masks washing up on the beaches. So I'm going to leave that there. We haven't done too much on sharks recently, but that will be changing. We did just have an article out about Taiji that I helped write, about dolphins in captivity with Ocean Park. All those links are all on our Facebook page, but I can also put links here on Patreon. But yeah, so we just want to give you a quick update. I'll hand it over to Teal, and we'll follow up from there. But yeah, we just really want to say we appreciate all the help and support, and we will be focusing a lot more on our Patreon to try and obviously get more Patrons. The more money we get, the more fuel we can put in that boat, and the more time we can get out in the water, and Teal can also do a lot more research. So over you, Teal. Bye.
Thanks, Gary. I'm Teal Phelps-Bonderoff. I'm the Director of Research for OceansAsia. You might see a little bit less of me. That's mostly because I'm locked over here in my research office in Victoria, Canada, a remote research station. And but yeah, I first wanted to start by thanking you all so much for supporting us on Patreon. Your support really lets us do both amazing work in the field and do some amazing research. And a couple of the updates I wanted to share with you today was that in the last few weeks, we've released our Finless porpoise report. Gary and I have been working on this report for the past year, and it's a detailed examination of Finless porpoise conservation issues in Hong Kong waters, and it makes 6 key recommendations, and it goes really well with Gary's fantastic Finless porpoise video footage, and we hope that those recommendations are adopted by the government because they're really necessary steps in order to protect this important species. And you can also see Gary's footage, read the full report, and see a summary of our 6 recommendations on the website and on our social media. And some of the other things that we've been working on, Gary mentioned that we haven't been doing too much about sharks, but we do have a research team out here, and they're currently investigating the issues around shark cartilage. So we've been working a lot on shark fins in the past, and one of our concerns was that people might continue to kill sharks for reasons other than shark fins. And so our team out here has been looking at some of the health claims that are being made around shark cartilage. And the goal of that is within about 6 months, we're looking to release a detailed report looking at all the research that's gathered around whether or not shark cartilage has any medical benefits. At the moment, it doesn't, and actually can have some medical harms. And we wanted to make sure that we're publicizing that because often shark cartilage is sold as a panacea or a cure-all, and people will make wild medical claims about it, and our concern is that those medical claims will drive demand for shark products and drive the killing of sharks. So stay tuned for more updates from our research team for that. And some of the other things that I've been working on is our ongoing work on sea cucumber crime in the sea cucumber industry. So for the past year, I have been doing a detailed analysis of the sea cucumber industry, and in the last few weeks, we've been really focused on Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka, where there's been a huge spat of sea cucumber related crime, both poaching and smuggling. So there's been a huge number of news stories in the past few years, and they've really been picking up, such that there's been actual sea cucumber task force a sea cucumber task force has actually been created in India to deal with the problem. So what we've been doing is a detailed analysis of reports of the crime, and the goal is to map out instances of poaching and smuggling for sea cucumbers, and that's to sort of look for trends in the industry, and with the goal of course, stopping those trends. And as a result of doing this research, I do get to learn a lot of interesting facts about sea cucumbers, and to share one with you today, it's the story of the pearlfish, which is a small fish that will actually live inside of a sea cucumber. It will sneak its way into its anus and live in its anal cavity, or its cloaca, and it'll stay there to protect itself from predators. And there's a fascinating relationship between the pearlfish and various sea cucumber species. Some of them are commensal, so they'll work together. The sea cucumber provides security, and the pearlfish sort of just lives there. But in other situations, the pearlfish may actually eat the internal gonads or the external respiratory tree of the sea cucumber. And so some sea cucumbers have actually developed a defense mechanism where they've grown anal teeth to protect their anuses from pearlfish that are trying to sneak their way in. So it's a fascinating species to learn about, and we are going to be releasing in a little while a list of interesting sea cucumber facts to go along with our more detailed both criminological and academic research on that subject. And the other aspect I wanted to add was just building on Gary's comment about face masks. We've had a huge number of news stories popping up. And one of the things I've been fascinated by is not just the number of news stories we've had, but the breadth. So, for example, in the last few weeks, we've had news stories in San Marino, Moldova, Azerbaijan, the Faroe Islands. Yesterday, we had a story that came out in Catalan. So we've been really excited about getting the word out and spreading awareness about marine plastic pollution and the impacts that COVID's been having on the environment. And so that's been really important work, and we're really pleased to see that happening. So thank you so much again for all of your support. Without your support, we can't do all this research and important work in the field, and I'm looking forward to giving you regular updates. And as always, if you have any questions about what we're doing, do drop me an email, and I'd love to talk to you and hear from you more. Have a good one. Thank you.